hits. But first, with over 20 top 10 hits, Girls Aloud have been the soundtrack to many nights out before lockdown. But during the pandemic, ex-band member Nicola has found a much quieter hobby in reading.
And with nearly half of all adults in the UK now reporting that they feel lonely, she's part of an initiative to help mental health through the power of books. Well, Nicola joins us now. Good morning, Nicola.
Morning,
Thanks
Nicola.
for joining us.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Now, listen, you're working with the charity The Reading Agency, who have launched a campaign to combat loneliness. How is that going to work?
Well, I think that, obviously mental health has spiraled out of control during the pandemic, and there's so many people who live alone who are experiencing loneliness. And I myself was extremely busy before the first lockdown, and then obviously then everything stopped and I live alone. So having not really been an avid reader before, I really found comfort in reading. So the last year, more so than ever, I've just really enjoyed reading and really enjoyed having that alone time to sit and concentrate on a good book. And then the reading agency contacted me to see if I wanted to get involved, and it's something that I myself have actually benefited from. So of course I said yes.
Did you find it hard to go from that really busy schedule that you mentioned to being able to settle with a book? Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many distractions sometimes. So do you have any tips and advice of how you stop to be able to enjoy reading a book?
I think we've all gone from being in this, like flight mode, and I was just about to launch a play, so I was extremely busy, and then the rug was pulled. So I then had all of this adrenaline and all of this momentum to just complete silence. So I had to really, level myself out and just accept what was happening. And I think, a good tip for being able to sit and concentrate on a good book is just actually being interested in the book in the first place. Like I particularly love autobiographies because I like to read about people that I'm genuinely inspired by. So I think half of the battle, if you're not someone who can sit and concentrate, is just to be reading something that you're genuinely interested and passionate about. And just stuff like, making sure your phone is away, making sure all your chores are done, so you're in the back of your mind, you're not like, still gotta do the hoovering, I still gotta do the dishes, I still have to put the washing in and take the washing out, and all these little distractions I think you can iron out, and then just sit down with a pot of tea and your nice good book.
It's funny that I think she was in my head then. I've got to do the washing.
Yeah.
I mean, you've campaigned, haven't you, for better mental health education for years now, because you yourself have actually had issues in the past. So why is change so important for you?
I think we're all really good at just getting used to who we are and getting used to sort of saying, oh, this is just the way I am and this is just the way I think. And it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. If, it's all about like chemical imbalances and perceptions and outward thinking. And I myself found myself in a situation because of a situation where I needed a little bit of help with it. So I took myself to therapy to sort of help me along with that particular problem at the time. And it completely changed my life. And I think the message I will always send is that you don't have to wake up every day and feel like that. There is definitely help out there. And there's this thing with the reading agency. I wasn't aware of it before, but it's called bibliotherapy. Apparently it's like in the way that people would find therapy in music, or people find therapy in exercise, there's also therapy as you're reading a book, and it's called bibliotherapy. So
that's finding your sanctuary through reading. Well, obviously, you're speaking proof of that. Thank you for joining us, Nicola, and I hope you get busy very soon. I think, there's a light at the end of the tunnel with lockdown, and I hope the play gets going and everything else. But for the meantime, thank you very much indeed. Thanks, Nicola.
Thank you. Bye.
And details on how you can access the Read, Talk, Share reading list is available on readingwell.org.uk. And don't forget, you can access more mental health resources on the BBC's Headroom, of course.
Now in our next film.